World's Dawn. Here's a fun little game I found whilst perusing the Steam store a month ago. It jumped out at me when I was looking for a game similar to Harvest Moon, and well buddy did I find one. Right off the bat, you can probably guess what type of game this is. The top-down camera angle, the sleepy little town, the pupper and the plot of land. You'd think this was a farming game. And honestly, I thought the same thing too, but after playing World's Dawn, I can honestly say that farming is not the main point of this game. Actually, farming is very little of this game. World's Dawn is a town simulator, meaning that it's more about getting to know the people of the town and living day to day alongside them. It's a premise I've seen done fantastically with 2016's Stardew Valley, which incorporates both farming and socially interactive elements and blends them quite seamlessly. World's Dawn similarly attempts to flesh out the tried and true Harvest Moon formula with various mini-games like fishing, mining, bathing, sports, festivals, markets, IKEA, Guitar Hero. It's definitely a hodgepodge of different things to do, with an overall story about reviving this quietly dying little town, bringing back the locals and generally being a nice person to everyone. Who's a good kitty? You're a good kitty. Eat the fish. Gameplay is pretty much point-for-point Harvest Moon. You can walk around, interact with objects, and unlock new items and tools to help make your trek through farmer's life a bit more pleasant. The farming aspect, as mentioned before, is pretty thin and seems to be restricted to this one small patch of land. I'm not sure if you can maybe upgrade to a larger plot, or if this is all you've got to work with, but either way, the farming aspect to this game is passable, but doesn't really offer anything new. Where this game does excel at is a decent list of individual characters. You've got your givens like the rickety old mayor, cute farm girl, and useless pet that just sits around, does nothing, shits on the floor, follows you around. I'm looking at you, dog. Characters for the most half are moderately developed, if a bit bland. Between all the dateable characters, be them male or female, none of them seem to really have a personality besides their job and how much they just love the town and how much they love doing town stuff. Eligible characters seem very vanilla. I guess they were written as not to tread on any toes, but this just makes them devoid of depth. The non-dateable characters are way more interesting and they have far more personality. I personally would have liked to run away with Mona, the no-nonsense shopkeep who looks like a tiny anime schoolgirl. Actually, that's something I notice with every character. They all look anime. Young, cute, and devoid of imperfections. Early on, I started pretending they were all secretly ninjas, jumping around the town at night, doing backflips and tossing shurikens. Okay, I'm getting a little bit sidetracked. The map is what you'd expect for a game like this. You have your forest, beaches, houses, creeks and mountain caves, all in which characters hang around in, regardless of what you're doing. You can catch them chatting or hanging around or chilling, but sadly chatting usually goes like this. Great. The mini-games you can do in World's Dawn, like mining and fishing, are enjoyable and always give you a reason to work. They aren't as fleshed out as, say, again Harvest Valley, Stardew Valley, but they help make this World's Dawn feel like there's things to be done rather than waiting for your turnips to grow. Plus the music is a bit whimsical, which is always a bonus. Like, listen to that. It's pretty nice. All in all, I'd say that World's Dawn is a competent enough sim game, though it seems to fill itself with all the things you'd come to expect from this genre, whilst showing very little signs of its own identity. Though some characters can seem flat, and the farming element is shallow, and the RPG maker look is pretty dull, the music, and just the amount of things to do and characters to interact with make this an enjoyable sit-down experience. Personally, though my opinion may seem mixed, I really like this game, and it's not that easy to find a good Harvest Moon-esque game floating around. You can clearly see that a lot of time and effort and passion went into World's Dawn. From the dev, I think he released a fine little game to just walk around in and soak up the atmosphere. As always folks, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Video James, signing out.